quarter. A vital quarter of football for both clubs. The Dogs need a victory. McGrath is getting ready to return to the arena. Looked a pretty sore boy when he hobbled off midway through the third quarter. There he is. Not the tidiest of footballers to look at, but he's quietly effective, although I think Alan Stringer has had his measure today. Carey, best big man on ground. Rene Van Dommel, stolen by Stringer. Jamie Thomas, been a good player. A rebound to Peter Carey. Maynard was bowled middle stump. Now Connolly
is running sideways again. Peter then hooked it around his body and he just got the distance.
15 is off. Or about to be off.
He's had a bad day, Peter Bything. He can't get near the ball at all.
The kickers from Hull. Super Carey getting back, doing some great work. Running into the pocket is Johnny Platten. The ball beats him out over the line.
Throw it in the right forward pocket. The Dogs in attack. Down by 20 points, needing goals in a hurry. There's not much in the breeze now. O'Reilly got it out to Pittman, hooks around the corner. Umpire getting underneath it, going across the face of goal. There is Collins, Stringer over the top. Collins and Stringer quickly joined by Rowe now. Hooked back in towards Platten. Well, I don't know whether it was meant for him or not, but it was beautifully put. Platten low to the ground. Kick 2 in the first quarter. Kick number 19 coming up for the Dog champion. Head on to goal. The Dogs need him right now. Oh, the umpire starts to move, but he's got it okay. That's his third. The Dogs are still in it. Make no mistake about that. They trail 9-11 to 12-7.
Well, that was a great bit of play then in the forward pocket by Peter Collins initially. So close to the boundary line he was. He looked to have no room to manoeuvre whatsoever. Finally ran the ball back across the ground. I forget who it was.
Trevor Rowe.
Trevor Rowe got that ball across to John Platten so well. It was a tough mark too because it was really wobbling at John and he put it onto the body very well. So Centrals are holding on this quarter.
They never give in, the Dogs. Certainly not against the Bays in the earlier game at Football Park this year. It was John Platten who got 2 late goals to give them victory. Now Shields takes the mark right in the centre of the ground. Connolly wants it on grandstand side. Graham takes it offhand, plays for the free kick, not there. Here's a chance, Trevor Rowe again. Ross Gibbs punches away. Hull caught Cole. No decision. Johnny Platten again. No free kick there either, and the umpire's going to bounce it.
Ducked his head. Umpire saying, no round the neck for that, John.
Mark Hull was lucky too. He had the ball when tackled. Didn't appear to get rid of it. The bounce down as a centre-half forward. O'Reilly and Carey. Platten again at the bottom of the pack. Kicks off the ground. Over the top of John Seabohm. Over the line. And we'll see a throw into the right forward pocket for Central District. And Ian, they're still attacking.
Incredibly, Peter. They're 14 points down. We've said so often they haven't got a winner in attack other than Platten, who's carrying the ball into attack. Big leap up there by Cousins. Pittman, he gets dispossessed. The umpire didn't see the push. Quickly now Collins, this way, that away. Gives a handball across to Graham. Graham under pressure too. He's under enormous pressure. Hook back there by Shields, but it's well taken, Seabohm. And he kicks to the lead now of Stringer on the outer side. Stringer and Craig have got the benefit of the bounce. Craig puts out the pass. Platten again. He can't quite get there. Beatles after it. Dummies. Couldn't get round Gibbs. Rowe close to the line. Back to Platten. Platten going to check side. Comes around. Straightens up. Hooked in towards goal. What's he done? 1 point only. Oh, what a marvellous solo effort. Throwing everything at the Bays, but he just couldn't quite make the grade.
They're putting a lot into it at this stage, the Dogs, and they'd really need to start converting because no football team can play at high pressure for too long without results, particularly in a pressure match like this. So they'll need to get goals pretty early if they're going to win it. Seabohm kicks long, 70 metres. Peter Krieg now playing centre, couldn't mark the ball. Carey handball is intercepted, but the Bays run it out through Murphy. Here's the run now with David Kernahan. Running through half forward, trying to set it up. Copping's in the middle of the pack, punching away Bohm now. Bubner, he's got the pace to run away. Pittman might get it next. McDermott missed him. Pittman, Shields, Collins running now. He's through half forward, Collins. Here's a chance. He lines up. The kick is a shocker. It falls short. Oh, right, he's marked it, but not paid. Marked it, but not paid.
He nearly marked it, just flew out of his hands. A very wobbly kick. Peter Collins, a couple of years ago, Peter, we thought he was going to be a very good player, and he hasn't had a lot of opportunity since then, and that kick was certainly a little bit loose.
10th game, Gibbs can't get it clear. Some of the Bay players not running all that well at the moment, getting a little tired. 12-7 to 9-12. Important game for both teams. The Dogs lose, they could slip out of the 5. They probably will, depending on other games, of course. McDermott. Walsh got it from Kernahan. Hull. David Kernahan again. McGuinness. A high kick to the half-forward line. Kernahan, who's been pretty well held by Bubner in the second half. McGrath got out the handball. Here's a chance now. Cousins shoots for the lead in towards the forward pocket. Thumped away from Rowe. Kernahan getting across to the ball, close to the line. Took the heavy bump. Took it well. Now he's going to get a free kick for a high tackle.
Defence side of centre wing. The Bay's under pressure now. They've got the big guns up forward if they can get it up there often enough. Woodlands. 6.5 minutes gone in this last quarter. Woodlands swings it into towards centre half forward. Cousins, 2 grabs. You'd expect him to mark the ball against McGuinness. No one there for the Bays. Stephen Kernahan led to the outer side, but it wasn't put to him. So Cousins brings it back now. Simon's in front. Should mark. Paid by the umpire. Simons gives Stringer the run. Now McGuinness next. McGuinness is on his right foot, which is his wrong foot, but he swings it back. Brett Hannum, up he goes. Oh, he dropped Brett Hannum. It was Cousins. Hannum in there now, fighting hard for the ball. It comes back to Cousins. Now Hannum. Also Pittman. The Dogs run it out. Super Carey is lurking back there at centre. Can't take the mark. The Dogs are certainly fighting. They're holding ground. Graham gets out of the pack miraculously. Collins tries to put it over to Krieg. Krieg fell over. Simons fights hard for it and gets a free kick for a high tackle.
Tony Simons on the defensive line of the square. Salisbury back on the turf as Simon goes out and finds McDermott. The running player, Kernahan, doubling back. This is David Kernahan over the half-forward line. Goes in long, getting back on it, copping. In front is Bohm. Hammond wants it, but Bohm gets the kick away. It's not a very good kick and trickles out of play in the full forward left pocket. 12-7 to 9-12. Corns looking worried. Set up the platform at three-quarter time, but they're not taking advantage of it. 8 minutes gone on the final quarter, and his lead has been reduced from 20 to 13 points.
Left forward pocket. Cousins and Thompson it was for the Bays who went for that one. There's a free kick in there for holding on. It will go to Bubner. He's played very well on Stephen Kernahan. Kernahan had taken some 12 marks in the first half. He's been a very dominant player. Well, that kick may come off. Van Dommel. Pittman. Bubner with pace, blistering speed, and there he goes again, Connolly. Conceding ground. Brings it back. Krieg and Collins. Now McGrath. Shields it was who got it out to McGrath. He's got a bit of pace too, McGrath. Runs through half forward. Puts it out beautifully to Trevor Rowe. Well, they've still got some sting, the Dogs.
That's a beautiful movement, Peter. He ran straight at the goal then. McGrath with pace, trying to accelerate right at the goal front.
12th kick, Trevor Rowe. Oh, he's put it up. It's coming back. He got a lot of distance with that. Touched on the line. Johnny Platten doesn't agree with it, but it'll stand. 9-13 to 12-7.
Yes, you don't see umpires change their minds very often, if at all. 9.5 minutes gone, final quarter. The kick into the outer side. Van Dommel. McDermott got the thump away. Simons against Bubner cleverly. Kernahan. Back to Simons. McDermott. Simons could get it next. No, it's going to be David Kernahan. The Bays running the ball into attack. Kernahan now puts in a long one up towards Thompson, the big fella behind. One grab, couldn't complete it. Quickly now, Bohm is in. Close to the line, but the ball runs out of play in the full forward left pocket. 12-7 plays 9-13. Carey off. His efforts obviously not appreciated by the home team supporters. Thompson got the tap away. Coming in hard, Simons. Cousins over the top, tried to tunnel ball it out to McGuinness. Back in defence, it was Thomas who got the handball away, but it went out of play once more.
He's had a big day, Peter Carey. Best big man on the ground easily, and I can imagine he must be pretty tired because he's pretty important to the Bays, particularly the way he defends. Gets down and blocks up. He gives them some method out there. Van Dommel. Brett Hannum. Thought they were going to run it down grandstand side. Yes, they are. McGrath is going to get run down. Didn't appreciate the body behind him. It was Scott Salisbury who just replaced Craig Woodlands. McGrath has been hit from pillar to post today.
Forgot to accelerate again, Pete. That's been one of the things about Central Tasman, though. They've evaded, and then they haven't gone on to finish the play.
They're in a bit of trouble at the moment. They just can't get score on the board. Or Thomas got out of that just. The wobbly old kick may not come off, though. Wayne Stringer, very reliable. Gives Copping the chance. Oh, Bohm in front. Superior judgment. It's a telling mark, that one. He goes short to Van Dommel. Maynard. There's a lot of Glenelg players who haven't touched the ball for a while. Van Dommel. Pittman or Graham. Take your pick. Graham's got it at centre wing. The run is on. Pittman now. Didn't need to fall over. He can get up and run off if he wants to. Well, he didn't bring it. No, he didn't kick that at all well. He kicked it straight to Ross Gibbs.
He's got a magnet on the ball, that man.
Gibbs at centre-half back goes out wide to Kernahan, who appears to be having a run on the ball. At least he's at centre-half back at the moment. McDermott. Stringer will get it next. That's Alan Stringer. Clear on the half-forward line, trying to set up the play. Puts it out in front of Copping. Bohm right there with him. Motlop the pace. Herd back. Motlop looking for backup support. Hooked around the corner. Going in high. Going to be short. Thompson there. Thumps the ball clear. Thumps it through his goal. It may have been Hannum. Either way, it results in a point to the Bays, 12-8. The Dogs, 9-13.
The difference, 13 points. The Dogs just can't get any closer, and you have to play pretty well to win this. Black, 2 grabs, good mark.
He has a good fly. Geez, the power in those legs, Pete.
So certainly is. He's got cramp, though.
That's because he took off with the power. I bet that really tested the muscles from the front spot, because Tony McGuinness is no weakie.
22 kicks, John Platten, and he can't take the kick, so it's been given to the big chap, Richard Cousins. It's not a good sign for the Dogs if Platten has got the cramp, because they'll need his run to win the game. He's up now. David Kernahan has been at everything in this last quarter. Now Maynard. Salisbury. Tackle is on. Platten is right on him. He won't let him go. Ball is bottled up in the pocket. We'll see a bounce.
That's real footy, isn't it?
Like a bulldog.
That's
grabbing at his heels.
That's fantastic.
What a terrier. Running with cramp and all. Bytheen about to re-enter play. A bounce down on the right forward pocket. The Bays in attack. Cousins gets the thump away towards McGrath. Salisbury the tackler. Put on a good one again. Quickly in now comes Simons. Platten's back in the action very quickly indeed. He appears like he's run right through that cramp. Cousins coming off. Bytheen on. But Cousins will certainly go for the ruck throw in to start with. Over the top came McDermott. Gave out a handball. Maynard through or runs into a pocket, out of a pocket. Hooks very quickly in towards full forward. And the umpire indicates that the Bays have got another point. Cousins off. Bytheen on.
Peter Maynard perhaps could have straightened up then, Pete. He didn't take full advantage. He went around the corner. That was a beautiful dodge he did initially.
Now Connolly. Gee, was way out on his own for that kick-off. Graham, he's got the pace if he can get a clear run at it, but Walsh won't let him. And Walsh will get a free kick for a push. The Dogs just can't get any closer. 14.5 minutes in, they trail by 14 points. Garton is in ruck. Kernahan is certainly still at centre-half forward. He runs wide. Probably mark that one. You'd have to back him in that situation. Stephen Kernahan, Copping leads. Holmes got a lot of pace. Copping recovers first though. Here's a chance for the Bays. McGuinness. You go around to that left boot. Boy, left the ball behind. Flatton did it well. Now Van Dommel. Krieg. Pittman. Pretty good play by the Dogs to get it there. Pittman often falls over when he gets it. The kick gives Trevor Rowe a chance. He's in front. The punch comes. Collins got out of that one pretty well. Put it back to Krieg. Now Collins in the clear. Here's a chance for the Dogs. Collins goes long. That ball's coming back. What a great shot at goal. Well, there it is.
16 minutes into the final quarter, and it's a different ball game. The Dogs in with a big chance now as they seem to be finishing on better. The tap away came from Bubner. Platten got the handball out. Running behind. Free kick, and the crowd goes mad here at Elizabeth. Platten puts out the pass in towards Bubner. Bubner! 40 metres out, he's been given a run in ruck. He took the centre bounce.
I think it's because Kernahan's got onto the ball, Ian, and they put Bytheens at centre half back on Adam Garden, and Peter Carey's in the interchange bench.
Kick number 12, Bubner, and an important kick for the Dogs. 8 points down. He's only about 35, 40 metres out. The breeze now is really of no consequence. Bubner towards the northern end at Elizabeth. Oh, the kick underway is going to be... Oh, it hit the post! Graham Corns can't believe it. A point only. Bad luck. 10-14. Plays 12-9.
The Dogs have got a bit of a run now, and the breeze has died. Graham Corns there, very concerned, obviously. The runner's out again. Kernahan! Big leap, no mark. Oh, the handball missed Krieg from Connolly. Krieg butted up well, though. Now Maynard, Simons. Gee, there's some tired Bay players out there. Kernahan, Maynard are two of them. The Bays with a big chance there now. Copping, Bohm, or Bohm went for the mark. Gee, how about that for confidence? Gardner's in trouble. Copping was tackled. He's in trouble himself. Kick away doesn't go anywhere. Salisbury, McDermott onto the boot, McDermott, but he's kicked it out on the full, and the Bays are a bit ruffled.
Under pressure as well, Peter. An important game. The pressure's really on. Peter Carey having a spell at the moment. He'd love to be back out there again now. Don't know the reason he's off. Maybe, as Peter said, he's just simply tired. Kernahan at the back got his hands to it. A push in the back against Kernahan. The umpire won't let Shields play to advantage. He's going to bring the ball back some 50 or 60 metres.
Do you think that perhaps the coach has made a bad move by, in fact, bringing Garton on and putting Kernahan onto the ball, has put Bubner right back into the play, and I think Kieran might come back onto the ground pretty soon.
He's going to change it all. Krieg boots him into attack. Getting back on it is that Mr. Cool himself. And Ross Gibbs. He'll slow play down. Carey back onto the turf. Gibbs looking for somewhere to pass. Simons gives him a lead short. He's going for McDermott, but they'll come over the top there, thump the ball clear. Simons raising very tired legs. Kicks the ball centre field. Maynard's got to wait for it. Over the top came Rowe. Shields pulled off the ball, didn't have the cherry, and he's got a free kick right on the defensive line of the square.
McDermott coming off, gee. Carry on, so the Bays have got four big men on the ground now. Trevor Rowe. The Dogs are running. Rowe with the left boot. Puts it up to O'Reilly. He gets a hand to the ball. Gibbs caught. Got out of it like a magician. Pittman lines up. That's straight over the top of the umpire. His first goal. The Dogs back in business. 11-14. Glenelg 12-9.
Well, what's Graham Corns going to do now? And what are the players going to do? They've certainly gone for a bit of height on the ground. They're looking for a bit of movement. Carey's got to take over the ruck. Perhaps the shifting of Kernahan from centre half forward may be counting against them, but the one thing's for sure, Central Districts are coming. The little blokes, Pittman and Collins, who've come onto the ground, are certainly running the ball for them and providing very good link opportunities.
The Bays have got both Carey and Kernahan on the ball. 1 point the difference. They go into attack through Rowe again, up towards the half-forward line. Platten has to play on. Gibbs back in defence, kicks the high ball back towards Kernahan at centre wing. He's got to stand his ground. Oh, what a courageous mark. Head up the whole time, boots it across. Maynard underneath it. Oh, he let it go. Knocks it cleverly. Gardon is going the ball trickles out of play. Dudley Corns. Oh dear, what have you done? You could lose it after seemingly have it won at three-quarter time. The Dogs are coming back strongly. Throw in. They haven't had a big history in the close ones, and a free kick is going against Glenelg. It'll be taken by Peter Bytheen inside the half-back line.
In fact, in games won by less than a goal, there have been 6 of them. The Dogs have won 5. The Bays obviously won. So the history book supports a Dog win if it's a less than a goal margin. Bubness right in this game. The Bays have been losing the close ones this year. Connolly into the centre of the ground. Oh, Collins not paid the mark. Peter Krieg wobbles one away. Telling kicks now. Platten tries to run it out. Puts it back. David Kernahan held ground, and there'll be a bounce now. It's in the Dogs' attacking area, just. The Bays forward line is in disarray now.
Well, there's no one up forward for Centrals. Gibbs is back there for the loose one.
Through goes McGuinness with pace. He was dragged. There'll be a free up ground. Stupid tackle on that occasion by the Dogs.